Okay, guys, I was last weekend. I was at the flea market and happened to run into this book. It's the Winston Cup Illustrated from 1992, and I thought this was a cool book and great shape. As you can see, it was $10 in 1992. Uh, I asked the guy what he wanted. He said $5. I said I'll give you $2, and he said okay. So I was like, I have no problem. Darrell Waltrip, obviously my favorite driver of all time, and I had a Truex because when I grew up, this is who I pulled for. But so I had to get this book. Let me show you guys. This is a nice book. Uh, you got your Winston Select in here. It shows the cars. There's Mark Martin. Uh, all of them there. That was cool. And this book is in really excellent shape. Uh, Let me show you something. And right here, we had the Darrell Waltrip interview here from 1992. It says, once a brash young driver, he's become a well-respected member of the racing community. From 1992. Now, the story keeps going here. Now, I remember this when I was young. Think Fast, think Western Auto. It was like you get a poster for $1. Uh, yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, I think I used to have that poster a long time ago. Uh, and it keeps going with the interview with DW. I just want to show you guys some pictures and how crazy, how good this book is in shape. Let me see, just a big interview with DW about his 1992 Western Auto Chevrolet and the goodies, headache powder, Richard Petty. This was his final year, so he had a lot of stuff going on there from the goodies. And this right here is cool. I mean, this is still intact like it's brand new. Let me show it to you guys. It's like a poster of the King, Richard Petty. That is so cool. I mean, for it to be in that great of shape. It's like it just was put out a week ago. And then you got your Junior Johnson, whenever he had the number 11 King of Beers Ford Thunderbird. Uh, Thought that was cool. And his little story, Johnson. Bill Elliott was driving for him at the time. Mike Hill was in there. And Tim Brewer, who stayed with Junior Johnson for many, many years. And actually, it's got the whole team, the whole pit crew in there. That's what I love about these old books. They show you stuff, and you can see how many people worked on this team. And that was 1992. And look right here, Harry Gant, the number 33 Skull Oldsmobile. Always loved that car, one of my favorite cars ever. Back in, they did have like it. And then we got Runt Pittman, like a veteran engine builder who knows his stuff and how to have fun. I guess the Kodak is Morgan McClure team. He worked on the engines there. That's pretty cool. Ted Musgrave says his style has brought him attention and his eye is on the future. Old Ted Musgrave had a so-so career, nothing really big. He run competitive, but he wasn't like a big star or anything. And here we got some more pictures here. Back in. A lot of stories there in ASA. And I love this gallery here where it shows. You guys see these pictures here. The guys working under the cars and stuff. And they say this is kind of when towards the end of the real stock car area. And look at Rusty. He's like, "Arr." Earnhardt must have pissed him off. Buddy Baker, Morgan Shepherd. I don't know who that guy is. And there's the man, Alan Quickie. May he rest in peace. Great champion. And then we got down here Richard Petty working on his own car. I mean, back in the drivers got out and they done a lot of good stuff. They didn't just go back in a trailer and drink a Coke or nothing. They actually had to work for stuff. Let's see if I can get to this next page here. It's got a few pictures of the garage here, stuff like that. The colors of Nascar back in 1992. That's cool there. A lot of great paint schemes there. And over here is old Michael Waltrip. He drove the 30 Pennzoil. That was cool. And then we got the boat, the story about the boats. And then the king will always rule. And that is true. 200 victories, cup victories. The Kyle Busch thing going on. Kyle's got to win 200 cup victories before I consider him the most winningest NASCAR driver ever. Because if they would have had trucks and Xfinity back in, I'd say Richard would have 400 victories. So, always done that. And then we got down the pits here. Shows, what they got. Pit blocks. Some teams had this and this. Some bananas. Pit road there. Rim wrenches. A fuel. With the tires lined up there. Yeah, this is a pretty cool book here. And we got another little poster here. That's what I like about this book. I think it's, Dave Marcus. Drove for many years. We got advertisement Rusty Wallace here. America's fastest growing beer. Dale McCowart. And here's an interesting story. This guy right here. He would go to Daytona and some of his tracks and try to make a race with hardly nothing. He had like 2 crew members. It's just ridiculous what he tried to do to get into the Daytona 500 and stuff. That's interesting. And then we got here some little more story here. I think it's on Bud Moore, Howard Scott. There's a cool picture of him working in there. Got some race pictures. There's nothing. Jimmy Hensley. Some of you guys might remember this guy. He raced in the Cup Series for, 10, 12 years. Had a couple decent runs. I remember at Martinsville one time he finished like 4th or 5th. He had some good runs there. Right there's a 66 Thunderbird. Nice looking race car Hensley had back in the day. Then we got right there working on him. Save money. Subscribe. And right here, this is cool. I'm going to turn this around. That's where Kyle Petty and Davey Allison battled it out for the All-Star race. And Davey got under him, Kyle cut down, and then Kyle spun him after they crossed the finish line. I tell you, them paint schemes back in was awesome. Let's see. These last little pages here. Well, that's actually, it is last page. So, and on the back of it, we got the goodies. headache powders. So yeah, guys, that's a pretty cool book for $2. Something I'll put in my collection since I'm such a huge Darrell Waltrip fan. In really great shape. Got all the posters in it. So yeah, I mean, if you ever see stuff like this at a flea market, yard sale, anything, pick it up. It's worth it. Got good stories, everything. So just wanted to show you guys that, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Remember to subscribe to the channel.